the reason I'm shooting this video is because I just put a video out there 2 days ago on the subject of taking control. And the next day I was thinking about that video, and there was a couple of things that I feel are extremely important that I want to add to that video. So we're going to do a whole nother episode to add to it. We're going to talk about it in this video. I think you're going to find it valuable, but let's jump into this thing. Hey, my name is Rob Moore, founder of LeadersWhoShine.com. I help people show up, step out, and shine no matter where they are or what they do to create more leaders in the world. I want to welcome you back to my Words of Wisdom series. This is episode number 35, Take Control 2.0. And the reason why I'm shooting this video is because the story that really made me remember some important things around this subject was when I first became a store manager. The very first time I became a store manager, I was put in this store that was doing okay. It was doing okay. I don't know how long it was doing just okay, but basically the definition of okay, or my definition of okay, is the store is not meeting its financial obligations according to the profit and loss statement. So one day I'm at this store and I'm doing a walk with my zone director, and we're walking with one of my department managers. And you know, my zone director, my boss, is kind of leading the walk, and he's asking her a whole bunch of questions about her department and about certain conditions and certain things that were going on. And every time, like, he challenged her on something that he felt could be better or something that was wrong, she would start the whole thing off. She would start her whole point of that response to that question with an excuse. And then she would go from an excuse to complaining about why it's the way that it is. And then that complaining turned into whining about why that thing wasn't the way that it was. And I've heard her, she did this a couple of times, and I didn't say anything. I'm just observing, listening, note to self, trying to figure out what we can do about this. But the walk continues. He continues to ask questions. She continues to respond. Every one of her responses: excuse, complain, whine. And like, me being who I am, like, I only can take so much of that before I'm going to really come at it hard and really like challenge you on it face to face. So she did this like 3 or 4 more times, and I just couldn't take it anymore. I said, "What are you doing about it?" And I remember her continuing to talk. It's almost like she didn't hear me. But you know, the walk continued to take place. You know, he asked another question. She responded, excuse, complain, whine. And then I say, "What are you doing about it?" Same response. Not as like, you know, it's as if she didn't even hear me. It's as if he didn't hear me say it neither. But I know they both did. So once again, question, excuse, complain, whine. And then I said for the 3rd time, "What are you doing about it?" And I just said it with a little bit more power, a little bit more energy. And then that time she kind of looked back at me like, "Rob, what are you doing? Like, what are you talking about?" But walk continues. He asks another question. Same pattern, you know, excuse, complain, whine. Then me, "What are you doing about it?" And then now they're both looking back at me like, "Rob, what the hell?" You know, that look like, "What the hell are you talking about here?" And then one more time, it goes on again. You know, ask the question, same pattern. And then I say, "What are you doing about it?" Then, by me saying that the 3rd time, the walk completely changed. Like, her whole language changed. Like, the excuses stopped. She stopped the whining. She stopped the complaining. And then at first, she didn't really have a response for a lot of the questions that he asked. But then as the walk continued, you know, then her whole energy shifted and she was trying to come up with solutions, which That's what I'm looking for. But that's not why I'm telling the story. The reason why I'm telling you the story is because when I first told you this, like this store was not meeting its financial obligations. And it was very clear to me why this store was not meeting its financial obligations. It was because people were accepting what the environment was dictating. Period. Not only that, people were whining. People were complaining. People were making excuses about why the financials aren't the way that they're supposed to be or that we want them to be. We were complaining about why conditions are not where we want them to be. We were whining and complaining, and the most important thing is we weren't doing anything about it. We were not doing anything about it. So from that whole walk, I'm grateful and I'm blessed by that walk because that's where I got this whole idea of problem, what are you doing about it? Whine about something, what are you doing about it? Complaining about something, what are you doing about it? Make an excuse about something, what are you doing about it? Because if we don't do anything, things are not going to change. If we don't do anything, things are going to stay the same. So if you want to take control of your life, the number one question that you need to ask yourself, in my personal opinion, is what are you doing about it? Because if you whine about it, you complain about it, you make excuses about why things are the way that they are, guess what? You're going to be in that same pattern every single day, doing the same thing day in, day out. And I'm pretty sure that if you're doing a lot of whining and complaining and making excuses that you're not happy on a daily basis. And then you'll be in the most people category, which is something I'll talk about in the future. The most people category. Most people are not happy. Most people don't have what they want. Most people are not living the life that they want to live. Most people are not fixing their problems. They're not even trying to fix the problems. So if you want to take control of your life, you need to take control of it. What are you doing about it? Focusing on what you're going to do about it. Stop letting the environment dictate the results. You dictate how the environment is going to be, so then you dictate what the results are going to be. So I really focused on that. Like I really focused on that on a very, very high level with people. Whenever they whine to me, they complain to me, they brought a problem to me, we focused on that heavily. Sometimes I gave a lot of solutions, but most of the solutions came from the people themselves. And after only 30 days, that store exceeded its profitable goals for the month. After 30 days, I was a brand new store manager, only been in that store for 30 days, and all I did was challenge the norm. I didn't accept what was going on. I didn't accept the thinking that people were doing. I didn't accept the negative patterns that were being run throughout that building. And that's how we did it. And every month, I was only in that store for 3 months before I got promoted again. But those 3 months that I was there, we exceeded our profit plan, our profit and loss statement, all 3 months. Why? Because I helped to upgrade everybody's mindset. I got everybody focusing on solutions rather than the problems. So I'm asking you to do that in this video. I'm asking you to focus on solutions. I'm asking you to focus on what you're going to do about the problems that are going on in your life. Anything and every single thing that you don't like that's going on in your life, that's going on in your environment, I want you to ask yourself, what are you doing about it? And then I want you to figure it out. Your mind is the most powerful computer in the entire planet. It has more answers than you have questions. And it will help you. So I want you to take advantage of that and take control of your life. So if you did not see the last video, episode number 34, I recommend that you go see that. This is episode number 35. Between this video and the video I put out 2 days ago, I think you're going to have some really good information that you can put into action right now to help you really start to take control of your life. I can tell you right now that this information, I don't talk about anything that I don't do personally. And I have gotten a lot of value from the advice that I have just given you. I would love for you to give it a try in your life. And I want you to give me some feedback and let me know how it works for you. So we're going to wrap this video up. I want you to go to leaderswhoshine.com if you have not already been there. I want you to like this video, share this video, leave me some comments, ask me some questions, and it'll help me figure out what I'm going to talk about on the next video. And that's pretty much it. Hey, my name is Rob Moore, reminding you to show up, step out, and shine. Now is your time, so make it shine. Thank you very much. Have a great day. I'll see you on the next video. Later.